Hello UBC Squad. Welcome back to our UiPath Bot Central channel. In daily basis, we are covering key features, important objectives, then interesting topics of UiPath test automation suite. So based on the same way, today we are going to talk about BDD. What is meant by BDD? Why we need to use them? What is the use of BDD template? Let's get deep dive into the topic. Yeah. What is meant by BDD? BDD is nothing but behavior driven development, which is part of agile methodology testing. Then why we need to use them which will always help us to create the bridge between developers, testers, and stakeholders. The main thing by focusing on customer centric outcomes, right? Then which will always make sure clear communication and then be specific the business value. So this is the main objectives and key features of BDD. Then what is mean by BDD template? BDD template is nothing but which is a structured format defining the software behavior through user stories and scenarios. So which is conducting the three different blocks. So based on that, user can write their own stories, then scenarios to validate the end-to-end scenarios. What are the blocks are given, when, then. So in the real time, I will show how it will be. So given block. So given block is nothing but this is a starting block which will always to help us to give the initial conditions, inputs or state requirement for scenarios to be executed. Then second block will be when block. When block is BDD is describe the specific action or event that user takes and it explain what user does like click a button or submitting a form which leads to change in the system. This block is important because it shows how the feature is used to and sets the stage for the expected results, which is nothing but the main functionality will get surrounded by the when block. So what are the actions, what are the scenarios, then what are the parameters we need to pass, everything, each and every action will taken care by this when block. Then final block, which is nothing but validation block, which will always allow to take the actions, allowing the teams to verify the software behave as intended and meets the defined requirement. Okay, so this is the important blocks. Then why we need to use them. Then BDD features. I will show in live demo how the BDD template will look like. Yeah, so I open my UiPath Studio. You can see that. So already I have one test block. So which is simple sequence, right? So if you want to create the BDD template, just click here or right click, go to the add tab. So here we have the multiple sequence we can add it here. So just choose test case. Here you can see name and location becomes a mandatory. I will give BDD demo. Then location will be by default. So based on your convenience, you can change this. So this is the important thing based on what. So whenever you are going to create the test case, there will be uh, important templates will be available, which is customized, then which is already uh, a ready-made template, which is available under the UiPath platform. So BDD, you can see BDD, then empty test case, which is nothing but it will be mentioned like a single sequence. There is no different blocks. Then test with timeout, which will specify the time-based testing. Then X browser, which is related with the AI based. So in this scenario, we are going to learn about BDD. Just choose that BDD test case. Then execution template, once you create the workflow, we can able to extract it as a test case template. Then we can invoke with the help of invoke workflow activity. We can use whenever we want. So that is a key features, key options will be available over there. So in this scenario, we don't want to choose anything here. Just click next. Then this is a very important thing, test data. So whenever we are going to proceed with any data driven testing, which is nothing but we have the multiple scenarios, I'm going to give a number of data to cover to test the all the validation points. So in this case, we can give the existing data, which means already available data, generate with autopilot with the help of AI prompt. It will try to cover all the possible scenarios with the dummy data. Then files. So based on our business needs, business values, we can able to create the standard format templates. We can upload it here. Then data service, which is available in the UiPath cloud for the data utilization. Then test data queues, which is nothing but FIFO, like a first in first out approach. Under the queues, we can push the data with the help of JSON schema. Then again, we can fetch whenever we want. Then auto generate with the same, with the help of prompt, we can able to generate the data. So in this case, we are just learning about what is meant by PDD, then how it will be look like. So we don't want to choose anything here. Just click create. Yeah, what are the things I mentioned in the BDD, like all three blocks getting generated. Under the given block in the practically, we are just passing the input, then expected result. Then if any application we need to perform, the application initialization, we are going to build the scripts under the given block. Then main block, this is the main block, like what are the functionality we need to perform. So based on the user stories, then validation scenario, we can create the script under the when block. Then block, this is actually a validation scenario. We have the multiple activities like verify expressions, control attribute range, document equivalence, right? So based on here, the ultimate aim is just we need to validate actual output is equal to expected output. If it is both is equal, both are equal, the test case is getting passed. If it is both are not equal, our test case will get failed, right? So in our upcoming session, I will explain clearly, like with the real-time example, how to utilize the BDD template. Until unless, just go through this video. If any doubts, you can ping me in the comments. Thank you so much. Bye.